This is
Okay.
game one for these two. Best of 5 winners finals.
All right, Falco Falcon. I think this is a very good matchup for Falco, but one of the characteristic things of this is that Falco can just get destroyed with a single combo, and Gahtzu has shown. Oh wow,
Jesus,
that was a really
wow.
weird interaction. So what happens there is basically when Shine is stale, it kind of has this weird effect where like it can pop you up higher than you expected, and he might have got hit by a stale Shine and then like jumped, because that was a really janky interaction. We honestly very rarely see that, but I have had that happen to me before where you like die at a weird percent. Anyway, Ginger is crushing it.
Ginger is looking dominant to start off. I believe Ginger was playing or there's another Falco playing against Gahtzu a little bit earlier, and Gahtzu was able to move past it by getting some combos late in the game. But if Ginger continues, okay, that's one way to take a stock. But if Ginger continues to just destroy Gahtzu as he is plainly done in this game one, it's going to be a quick 3-0.
Really clean power shield there. Yeah, Gahtzu's been doing some weird stuff. Like the stock we just saw him drop was kind of like a bit strange, a bit kind of out of place for what we're used to. But yeah, look at this pressure.
And it really seems like, I don't know if this would carry over to Gahtzu's play. Oh!
Yeah.
In IRL events, but what I've seen a lot in the matches I've commentated on stream is what will happen with Gahtzu is we'll see something like this, not usually this destructive of a game one, but Gahtzu will generally drop the first couple of games, and then we'll see something that he might even bring this one back, where he'll start slow, but then once he figures out what he needs to do, is he gonna...
Yeah, this has been so swingy. Like it's just been going back and forth in a weird way. Kind of hard to tell why. Like, it doesn't really feel like there's been kind of adaptations. It's more just like a couple small mistakes. Yeah, I guess this is at the shield pressure, but does get out of the situation.
It's got to be incredibly demoralizing. Even if Gahtzu isn't able to bring this back, a nice edge cancel on those aerials, this is still a great look for a 5-game set here from Gahtzu. Got a lot of time to...
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot the Randall was in play. Oh, yeah, he's really put on the pressure though. Shines, and it's,
Yeah.
The thing about this matchup, there's a couple things. One, Falcon is like very, very susceptible to pressure, and two, a thing that a lot of Falcon players don't do that I'm gonna point out in the video eventually is you want to do higher lasers than you would normally do, and the reason is that Falcon often opens up Falco with nairs, so you'll see Ginger almost exclusively shoot lasers that are like a mid to high height rather than a low laser. Look at this pressure.
Yeah. So you're saying about the laser height, so he wants to aim to shoot like a higher one to counteract Gahtzu using neutral?
Air. Yeah, like basically if you make it too low, Falcon will actually jump over the laser and it won't interrupt him like what we just saw. So it's actually a mistake a lot of Falcos make, is they'll think like, oh man, I'm doing really poorly, like the lasers aren't working, every time I shoot a laser I die, but it's because their lasers like aren't hitting, which sounds like really obvious, but you shoot a laser, it doesn't work, and it's happening real time, so you don't understand why. But it goes for the edge cancel there, and then maybe accidentally shortens. And I think he lost his jump. Yeah.
Yeah, coming back for that. Definitely interested to look out for it. Not something I've never really heard about the matchup before. I'm curious to see Ginger execute that and see what Gahtzu is able to do counterplay to that.
It's one of those things that like, yeah, this is a video I will do eventually, is on laser heights, that like heights for lasers matter a lot. Like say like you want to do certain heights for like Peach's float, you want to do certain heights for like Sheik crouching down or Marth crouching down, like that kind of thing.
Gahtzu trying to avoid all sides of lasers, going way off to cover that. Maybe go for a really hard read with that knee, but Ginger was nowhere close to getting that. Ginger's going to continue to hold on to the lead here. Not really seeing that crazy punish game, those crazy combos that almost brought Gahtzu that game back. And as I say that, oof.
He's had a couple moments where he goes off stage and it feels like he's like forcing the interaction. There's the edge cancel that he went for earlier. There's a lot of stuff that I would say Ginger knows about this matchup that he does quite well. Another thing he talked about on his stream before is how a lot of Falco players mistakenly will go for back airs off ledge, and he actually is saying more you want to interrupt them with a down air. So that's one of the things we're going to see him employ a lot, is just like when Falcon's off stage, he's not going to grab ledge unless it's absolutely necessary. He's going to like get him close and then dare him from above. But right now he's just smothering him.
Yeah, no, it's been real rough after that game one that Ginger won, looking like he's going to win too. Yeah, this might be a quick 3-0 here. Oh,
see what I
yeah,
mean?
there
See
you
what I
go.
mean?
That's
you
it.
You don't grab the ledge. You interrupt their upward recovery because Falcon doesn't actually have an answer to deal with that. Whereas when you're grabbing the ledge, he can use his aerial drift to fade in and out, and then he can he can screw you up, right? Like you'll be like, oh, he's gonna grab ledge, and so you try to cover it, and he actually like lands on the platform and then starts a combo. So Ginger has kind of advised people like, don't even opt for any of that, and just get him in the air and hit him, and he's dead. So
yeah, and really practicing what he preaches here, going up 2-0.
for sure.
Gahtzu is going to try a change of pace going over the stadium, hoping to pull out at least one game here. And Crudo was just actually saying in the chat that these two have played 3 times in net play tournaments, with Ginger being up in the head-to-head 2-1 and looking to go up 3-1. Maybe that just one loss, Ginger just was still kind of feeling out what to do against Gahtzu. Getting that nice slide off to get out of there, and will he be able to get more off the stock, or will Ginger finish this one out?
Yeah, it is tricky. Like right now he's at a percent where like he definitely could get opened up, but it's still hard because like crouch cancel is still kind of in play, and like a lot of things, like whenever you're playing against a character that has a bad recovery, you can kind of play really safely and just try to knock them off stage and then edge guard them from there. So he's probably looking for like laser F tilts or like auto cancel bears, just safe things to set up an edge guard. Goes for a grab there.
Gahtzu just does such an incredible job of when he gets those 1 or 2 neutral wins, which are off not seen against Falco, he gets everything out of them 90% of the time.
Yeah, see, and of course commentator's curse right there.
Yeah.
Does get him in a knockdown, but we get the laser shine, see what he gets from it.
Man, we're going
Now we're gonna see the transformation come into play. This can always be kind of janky. You can often see like Falcon hit knees into the wall, and it's just a big mess.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that they're not like running away a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Even when it's a free net play tournament, you generally see players take it a little bit slower here, but both these guys looking to fight in this pit and not slowing down at all. Gahtzu hitting a lot of these techs,
yes.
but not enough of them, and Falcon dies off the top with a double shine.
That's such a unique thing to happen. I was like, is he gonna go for the shine? Because so rarely you're going to kill Falcon off the top. So rarely you're going to kill him with a shine of all things, rather than shine up B. But in that specific situation, at that specific height, you can kill him there. See how he stalls out the invisibility. They're really doing a good job. Any Falco player should be kind of watching some of the stuff Ginger's doing, but might open him up.
Trying to use those platforms any which way to get in, but if those lasers keep the stuff in. And he's been doing a great job, like trying to vary his way that he's coming in, getting the slide offs on platform when he does get hit, but like it's just barely not enough. See if he's able to get back. If Ginger goes for that dare, okay,
Ooh,
no,
just
let's
misses the down smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things we've seen Ginger start to do is he's been mixing in shine grabs, and Falcon in this matchup is kind of characteristically not great in shield. So obviously if you start to shine grab, one of the only ways to deal with that is to buffer a roll. And so what we're going to see is Ginger start to throw out the shine grab, see if Gahtzu adapts, and then he'll start to go for roll reads. And he's been analyzing how Mango played against None, and he's going to try to implement that himself. So let's see if it plays out that way.
And moving over here to the rock transformation, this is disastrous for Gahtzu, especially in the way he's not able to like wait this one out. Ginger can just shoot lasers with reckless abandon with that big hunk of rock behind him. Oh!
Yeah, really just seeing how pressure affects the matchup. Like once Falcon can't move around, once he feels like he's shielding a lot, it looks bad, like real bad.